I don't know. It was feeling I cannot live anymore here. I cannot breathe here. Uh, Something inside me ask to find a way to leave that place, because I really see that a lot of people are still in that uh, narrative about war, about everything, and I wasn't happy there. I didn't see myself um living there, growing up there. I don't know. I had a dream, a big dream, and sitting here tonight and thinking about this, I realized, oh my God, Sanja, you really feel a lot of your dreams. I was one silly girl from some small town in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and now I live in the capital city of ex-Yugoslavia, and I was running a lot of businesses. I was driving a magnificent car. I was traveling around the world. I became a mother of two beautiful child, and I'm really one happy woman who believe in herself and have a faith in herself and search for a way to change her life. And
Wow.
now, when I know gene keys and futuring and all that stuff, I realized that I was live in state of my genius in that period. I really trust my body, and when my body say go from here, the God find a way to me to really move from that place and come to Belgrade and fulfill a lot of my dreams.
Wow, this is so powerful. I'm glad that we're re-recording the podcast because, now we have more direction. Like last time, I wanted to talk about everything. So I'm so glad that you gave us another opportunity to have you again here, Sanja, because you are such a well-trained and prepared woman. Plus, I am so excited that people are going to see your picture because our podcast goes mainly in Latin America. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, she's gorgeous. I mean, it makes me proud as a woman because I love to be around women that carry themselves with honor, that love that they adorn themselves, that they're beautiful and that they thrive, that they fight also for their own, their own liberation and their own freedom. And I've been a witness, and you are incredible. You've been on TV, businesses, and plus, you know what I like of you? You have a strong personality too. You are not someone that if like Sanja, you gotta believe this, you'll be like, why? I love that. I love that of you. Actually, of all of our friends, all of the people that we know together, as they are unique and they know who they are. So, Sanja, so all of this goes on in your life. You become a mother to wonderful girls, and you are focusing consistently in healing, working through. You, as in your bio says, you're an lover. You're an eternal student. You're a great teacher too. You know how I push you into that. How I will keep pushing you into that, but you are. And so
Thank you.
you come and find all of these trainings that you take. You took a lot of trainings. I think that the people that I know in Serbia are the most committed that I mean, and don't get offended, all of my other friends that I have interviewed, but you are guys so committed to progress, to move forward, to learn and to master, not only to learn. You go for the certifications, like what's the next level? What's the next level? And I think that's mainly also too, because you went through so much destruction in your country, in loss, and grief and uncertainty, that you are getting the wealth of all of this knowledge, right? So tell us a little bit, Sanja, because your journey of lack of freedom is going to lead us to Gene Key 55. But first of all, I want you to tell me the journey about the Gene Keys. How did you come with them? Because I think this podcast is going to be great. I'm going to send it to Richard. Richard Rod was the first person in our podcast. Our podcast used to be called Sovereign Futures. He used to be bilingual. I used to translate people in and out here. And it just got so long, the podcast, that I moved into only English. The podcast evolved into being named from Sovereign Futures to Spirituality Now. And now we have Spanish that sometimes we translate people, just another podcast called Human Empower and Podcast de Empoderamiento Humano for those of you who speak Spanish. But tell me your journey. How do you arrive to the Jinkies? You're a facilitator of the Jinkies. Tell me everything about it.
Where to start? First of all, when you realize that you can create your life, usually that it's something that is painful. And after my journey with war and coming to Belgrade and everything, in one point in my life, I realized that I'm very often say no when I want to say yes, or I saying yes when everything in me is screaming no, 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 which is which was very very painful for my body, and my body respond with sin 2 pre-cancer cells and stuff like that. And in that moment I was a little bit like Satori. Okay, this is because I was saying yes then everything is screaming no, and this is how this world works. That was about 2010 2012, and everybody speaking about uh, crash of the world, end of the world, and stuff like that. And I realized no, 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 because I was learner and I was eternal seeker and eternal student. I came to some books, and I find law of attraction first, and um, after that I realized that I cannot do this anymore alone. And in my life show up the great book called We Build a New World, and beautiful Vanya Bokum Popovic, your student also. And I say, oh my God, this is the book, this is the teacher that I searching for. And when I start to work with, first read her book, start working with Vanya, in one of her teachings, she mentioned Richard Rudd and Jinkies. And seeker as I am, I googled Jinkies, Richard Rudd, and they show up to me. Hologenetic profile, this is your line, this is your gene keys, this is your shadow, this is your gift. And I was teaching archetypes from Vitvania also, and everything of that was very very interesting for me, because I realized that I playing a victim in my marriage, that me and my husband switching that roles, victim, survivor, saver, and stuff like that, aggressor. And I said, no, 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 this must stop. I need to learn more about this. So I sign up for self-study course of the activation sequence from Richard Rudd, and that is how the journey started. First time when I saw that he's near
Mm.
something show up. Okay, first time when I see that he's near my country, it was Budapest 2019. I say, okay, I will going to meet this guy, because I was in love with that teaching, because they are amazing. And we met there, and he said, okay, Sanja, you are a teacher, go home, do the work. Say, I don't know how. Irisha
Oh,
said,
Richard told you that too.
yes. and
I'm gonna
same.
Oh, So now I have an ally with me. I'm gonna whenever like you need a reminder, but you are on your path, right? But I'm gonna call Richard. Richard, you told her the same.
Yes. I say,
How
I don't
powerful.
know. I don't know how. He said, just look at me and do the same. Oh my God. And
And you are, and you tell me you translated the book, right?
yes, when I realize how magical that stuff is, I say, okay, I need to translate this and publish something of this work in Serbian. And that was the journey. Translate one translation, one bad translation, the second better, actually excellent translation, and the
Wow.
small book Art of Contemplation is published in Serbian for now. Now we are
Wow.
in search for some people who are interested in Jinky and interesting to help me to translate a big book
Oh
because
my gosh, it's huge.
yes, it's huge, and my creation part of the team cancel last week. So the
Oh my
new
gosh.
challenge, new challenge
Well,
is
the challenge, but you know what just came to my mind, Sanja? Just in the past, in the Buddha time, in the great Bodhisattva times, the immortals, etc., when they were walking on earth, right? One of
Mhm.
the main exercises or assignments or homeworks that an awakened one will give to one that was to be awakened, who was to be meant to be a teacher. They will write down their scriptures like 300 times, like write down the Heart Sutra and pass it to multiply it because we didn't have book press, right? We didn't
Mhm.
have a way like printers, we
Yes.
didn't have internet. So for me, when you say I translate these books, it's like, wow, you are getting the blessing, you are getting the knowledge. And the path of contemplation is such a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I think, people don't know. I'll ask you a little bit about the gene keys because sometimes when people talk about the gene keys or human design, they're like, oh, that woo woo thing. I'm like, no, this actually it's pretty aligned with the science of the behaviors of human and astrology and everything. So, what are the gene keys, Sanja? In your perspective, what are the gene keys?
They are the bridge between science and mystic because they explain how that work on DNA level, which protein we build when we uh, construct
Mm.
our cells, and when we what is the opposite of construct?
Destruct.
Destruct? No, no, no. The cells in our body have the do two things. They listen
Yes.
external things, everything, what we speak, what we think, what we eat, and everything else, and respond. And they
Yes, the
respond,
cells.
yes,
Mm.
they respond in order to build a protein. And that proteins that is built, they lower or they, yes, lower or give a higher or frequency. And because
In the
of
DNA.
that, yes, in the DNA. And in the contemplation, we have mental contemplation, emotional contemplation, and physical contemplation. And that is the thing when I was the weakest one. When we come to the body, when we did learn futuring from you, I have some uh, how to say the challenge when you say
Mm.
okay, feel in your body, okay, oh no, no, again my body. But when I realize that the my body is the main thing that I need to listen, I experience learning a patient and learning a embodiment of all that teaching that I I was committed to, all that 1 a.m., 2 a.m. classes in the evening,
Yes.
because uh, our body needs time to process
Yes, very
of
good.
everything. And that is the simple explanation. And yes, very often I get that question too, how is connected, and that is the Richard give the best explanation.